Hey Patreon, once again guys, thank you for support. So once again I want to show you some of the things I'm working on of this Tampa Bay Buccaneers twin tight end scheme. This is gameplay once again to be doing under center, and the play that I'm going to actually use out of the huddle moving forward is going to be this wide zone. And the reason why is that this wide zone has the ability to flip the play on the weak side of the field. And a lot of times what happens is that you might have someone that's who's playing a gap position, but he'll come into the inside of the offensive line to fill a gap. And a lot of times what happens is I can actually go ahead and run in between the tackle and the guard and get easy yards off the flip. But you also got the strength of the formation going off to this side. So it's just something I'm going to be doing. I used to do that auto motion play, but it really didn't. The blocking was sporadic. I like more consistency when I'm running my scheme. Another play we're going to feature on this is going to be the spacing switch. It's a good play to go and jump into based on the alignments with this when you're running against somebody. So I'm playing against the Indianapolis Colts, and usually when you run into a player with a bad team, it's an indicator of one of two different things. Either the person is just a bad player that's a really homer that wants to play with this team, or it's a good player that's using a bad team as a challenge. So you know pretty quick in a game if you're going to be running into a fairly good player. And based on this guy's commitment to the run with his safety and coming down and filling a gap, I could quickly determine that this guy was a lot better than just an average person. He knew what he was doing. So he actually showed me pretty much the same look the entire time for the most part. Right here, I'm looking. Basically, I got to this read late. A defender came out and played the flats. So he's playing hard flats underneath. I could have hit this route right here, but I didn't see that correctly. And then what he decided to do, because he's using zone coverages, just to take off my quarterback. Just showing that once to your opponent that you'll run with your quarterback in the very beginning of the game. Sometimes we'll just mess up their defense and how they have to run. They know they have to spy someone up, especially when you got a quarterback like Jackson, who's the fastest quarterback in the game. It can be very challenging. So right here, I go ahead and jump into a set, and I just make too many adjustments. So that's the only problem with this offense, is that I like to jump into different formations, and then if someone actually goes ahead and basically switches up their defense, or I don't like the look, if I try to re-audible again, it could be a problem. He's still playing with man coverage. I had this read underneath, but I decided to go to the next level against my opponent, and I believe I actually popped him on the next route, and I'm able to go ahead and pick up a good 20-yard gainer right there with that route. So it worked out pretty well for me, because he's still playing that man coverage, just waiting for him to make adjustments. He was blending in stuff. Now, if you can see, these guys actually come off on the edges. So when he makes that kind of adjustment, I'm thinking, okay, this might be cover 3 coverage. So I think I decided to go ahead and jump into a duo and see if I can attack it. And you can see these guys just shot the gaps. So he actually was in a man blitz, and they just shot the gaps. I'm able to fall forward for 4 yards, but that was not it was a good defense by him, but not a very good run by me. Just not a very good call. So he's showing me the same type of look. I'm going to basically go ahead and run this little auto motion play. Defender doesn't come over completely, so I'm looking to the underneath route with little. Actually these guys matched. So this guy matched, and this guy kind of matched, and I just got rid of the ball quick. You could see the pressure. This defender right here is past my offensive lineman. So I actually just got rid of the ball a little bit too early. If it would have waited a split second, that would have been a nice little completion, potentially a first down. He gets me in a 4th and 6 situation. I decided to go ahead and dial him up. He's just still sticking in this man coverage and saying, hey, beat my man coverage. And I'm able to go ahead and get a little completion right there for a first down. Back at this play again, I figured since he's showing me so much man, I want to see if I can hit him on the corner route. The guy slides over, and then they all just explode out into coverages. So he's making some type of hybrid coverages. I check it down underneath, and you can see right there I'm able to pick up 6 yards with that little crossing route. So that's why I like that route. It's pretty consistent against man and zone coverages, so that's why I like to throw it. So now I go into wham play. I've got basically this, and you can see it closes up this defensive line. And I kind of check out of it, and I go to stretch, but I actually called the wrong play. I thought I was running the ball off to a stretch, but actually what I've got is basically a route with a crosser and a post, over the top, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in the wrong play. So I just dropped it down to the running back, making just a quick decision, and I only get 3 yards on there. So that was just kind of a busted play for me. Now I think I go and jump into duo with the assumption that I might be able to do that. And this guy readjusts. You can see he does inside shade. This dude just came out of nowhere. He just freaking came in and just caught me in the backfield. So we're playing some mind games right here. He's shading his defenders. He's sliding, he's shifting his lines. I jump into a play that I usually like to do down in the like a situation where I need to get an easy yardage, and it's this route right here with Andrews, and I can't count how many times I've gotten completions off this. The completion percentage ratio on this is 90%. You can see the pressure's coming in, the edge pressure's coming in against this guy. I get rid of the ball, but I do not break the tackle. This defender comes up and actually tackles me for a loss of the ball. So I'm able to go ahead and get the ball back, which is actually amazing considering that this guy's offense was phenomenal. Like, he made very good decisions on offense. He scrambled his quarterback. He made really good passing decisions. He ran the ball. He really blended it up, and he clock managed the hell out of me. So for me to get the ball back on the last series was important, because this could have been a very unlucky situation. Hit him with mesh out of the gun, close formation, just to go ahead and just pop that with him, just to make sure he's tacking things underneath. And then right here with 2 minutes left, I go into, I think, another play right here. You see how he closes up his box and he puts another guy in the box. This type of situation where I probably should have checked out of it, but you can see I'm able to go and pick up a first down with that wham play. The problem with the wham play is that I have to flip it. So right here I do the wide zone play on the weak side of the formation, and I'm able to go get to the outside, but I can't turn it up. I took a toe tap on the outside, and now I jump into this particular play. This is a scheme that I'm using down in the red zone when I'm inside the 5-yard line. It's out of the tight doubles, and it's an auto motion play. I like to blend in if I've got it down, basically a draw play or a run play. So I jump into a run play with the inside zone. This is not a very good box for this, but I figured he might not shoot the gap. He does, and I'm unable to fall forward with it. I'm right down to the one, basically the inches line right there. So I go into the play that I'm normally using. This guy's just using man coverage the entire time, and all I'm doing is taking this guy, putting him on a flat, and then I don't want this guy coming over, so what I'll do is I'll do a corner route or an out route on this side, just so I got this guy out of the play. I probably should just block all more than anything else, and just not even send this guy, because I'm just focusing on this side of the field anyways. But the reason I do some type of route out here is I want to pull defenders out here to basically compensate or take them out. So that's one of the reasons why I don't block all. So right here, I've got the play set up. Got an out. I think I left the out. I don't think I made any adjustment on it because I had no intention of doing that. The guy carries over. It's man coverage, and then the whip is going to be money against the man coverage, and right there I'm able to go ahead and get another completion and get a touchdown against this guy. So first series right there. Now second half, first ball for me to tie this up. This guy actually ended up going ahead in milking me in the very end of the game, so I ended up dropping this game by basically a field goal, because he just milked me with the last drive. But I want to kind of show you, this guy was tough. It's like he's running generic defenses, but he was making adjustments. He's shifting his guys around. He was dropping guys down. You can see right here, that's that one play I featured in the thumbnail. It's very easy progressions when he hit that. Going back, let's see, go into this play right here, which is the crossers, and I always bring this route right here because I want to basically have something to release. It's always going to get released against like a heavy man blitz, and there's not going to be anybody out there on an island, so that's going to be pretty much the area you want to go with. You can see everybody's dropping back in the zones, and I just didn't like how this guy's carrying, and he actually had pretty good user skills for the most part. So I just didn't. He's also was a switch sticker, so he'll jump off of his guy and switch it to someone else. So I just dropped it down underneath. Caught that ball a little bit earlier in a flat. That could have been an ugly situation, but I threw it early enough where I didn't get myself into any kind of trouble. Right here in a second at 4, I do the off tackle run, and you can see that that run, that outside defensive end actually got completely wide, and I'm able to go and run inside that and get blocking up the center. So that's why I throw that wide zone in to the scheme, and this is why I'm featuring it on the thumbnail, is that it's just like the new base play that I'm going to use, and it forces my opponent to defend against the weak side run and also the strong side run, because you can see the strength of the formation. Right here I drop it down, I get tackled. It should have been a 5-yard, 6-yard gainer, but I lose a couple yards just because I was trying to break a tackle. Back at it again, right here, let's see, I jump out of that and go into spacing switch, and I've got basically the curl route. So I'm reading this first, and I'm watching for any kind of defenders to support that curl route. If not, I'm going to go ahead and hit that. If not, I look to this route, then this route, and then this route. So it's an easy left to right progression when I'm looking at it. For the most part, it's fairly straightforward and very easy. So right here, let's go and see with this play. So you can see I just don't like how these guys are defending right here, and the middle of the field I could have thrown, but I've just been checking it down to that little curl route by that tight end. It seems like it's an easier progression, easier read. Back at it, 3rd and 1 situation, he shifts his line over. I go with basically the duo play. I like duo because you get that double team blocking in the middle of the offensive line, and they peel up to the next level. It's just nice to have that in your back pocket. So 1st and 10 over here, you can see I'm chewing the clock down, but this worked against me because it didn't score quick enough against this guy. Little mesh concept, he had all of his guys falling back into coverage, and I'm able to go and hit that. So this guy was allowing me to hit him underneath. He's giving me everything underneath. He wasn't doing any kind of hard flats whatsoever. So in that type of situation, he was just having, he was giving me kind of a field day with it. Right here, I go back to, let's see here, stretch. This play in a previous gameplay, I was able to get a touchdown against it. You can see the box is strong. I've got blockers off to the left, but he just clicks onto this dude and shoots the gap and gets me in the backfield. So it was a fairly good play for him in that type of situation, and he's able to go ahead and get himself a good gap shoot right there. I ended up going on it with a different formation, but I wanted to kind of show this to you once again. Right here, I like this little wide zone play, and as a result, I'm able to go to get the ball in. You can see how that tackle just gets out really wide. When he gets out wide like that, it allows me to run inside the tackle and the guard, and you actually get some pretty easy yards. So that's why I go ahead and throw that in. So, guys, I want to kind of show you this this gameplay footage to you. This guy ended up winning because he just clocked me here in the 4th quarter and get a field goal. But once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.